time. Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us here for another storage meetup. These are always fun. Try to get these done by every other Friday and been pretty consistent for like about a year and a half on these. So we're growing. It's always fun to see everyone's faces. Speaking of faces, if you're on, if you can turn your camera on, it's always nice to see everyone that's on here as well. It'd be great. These sessions are kind of designed much more for more Q&A and more free-flowing kind of conversations. And it's been a minute since we've done this, so if you don't mind humoring me a little bit, about every 2 months we kind of take a little bit of time to do this, and we've got new people in here. If you don't mind, I would love to be able to just call on you, if you don't mind. And I put it in chat, just so you can look in chat. Real basic. Just tell us who you are, what you do in the storage world, and what you're working on, or if you have any questions, something's come up that's you have issues with. Now's the time. Say it. I'll make some notes, and then we can go back to people that had questions or something they were working on or they need some help with. This is the group. Either we can help, or we know someone that can, and we can reach out and make that connection. So I'll just kind of call on everybody rather than having it be a free flow with everyone talking over each other. If that works, that'd be awesome. I'll start. Why not? Since I'm doing it here as I'm admitting people. Jim Ross. My main day job is 3 Mile Storage Management, doing third-party management. I do this kind of stuff kind of on the side as far as bringing value back to the community and back to storage. And it's nice to see everyone's faces, not being isolated sometimes and doing my own thing. Main thing I'm trying to build on and need help with is, well, you already showed up, so that's awesome. But help with is for next meetup, invite somebody. See if we can have one more person to come that's from proxy from you, get invited, and we'll keep growing this thing. So that would be awesome. I'm just gonna go kind of where I'm seeing everybody. If you don't mind, I'll just call on you. Joanne, go ahead. And you're probably on mute, so go ahead and remember to take yourself off mute, and then go ahead.
Joanne Godbout,
Yeah,
Self Storage in Florida. I'm the property manager at the Lakeland location. 8.5 years.
Nice. Been there for a while.
Very cool.
Yep.
Anything you're working on or any kind of issues going on you might want to put out there?
Gotta get a little more traffic coming in.
Okay. Well, marketing is always important. That's why I ask about once a month. We do like these marketing, just focus solely on that kind of stuff. So be thinking if you have any specifics, put it in the chat and we'll come back to you. So who else we got here? Mary.
I assume I'm the only Mary on here. What I've been working on is doing blogs, writing some blogs, to taking the advice of you and Corey, writing some blogs. I was writing I did have a thought of writing just one simple topic, like one chapter or one paragraph. But then in doing some other research, it looks like you need to have one topic as far as pros and cons and variety of answers to be able to get the whole quick. And then I've been once I get it posted, I wait a couple of days, and then I've been Googling, trying to AI to see how much of it's coming up and to see where my name is coming up, to see what AI says about me specifically or about my facility specifically. On a side note, I have another business that I do before I started here, and there are scammers out there trying to use my business name, and I started putting this in my Instagram post and my Facebook post. Hey, look out, there's scammers out there, make sure you know who you're talking to. And within 48 hours, when I ask, is this business legitimate, that's been coming back in doing hey, look who you're talking to, basically a summary of what I had posted using different words. And so I know it works. I'm just trying to figure out when to make sure that this works with the storage industry to help us to stay profitable ahead of the game, since there seems to be some areas, especially in my areas, that we're becoming oversaturated with businesses.
Cool. All right.
One of my concerns that I have is that there's a business down the road from us, hasn't even been there a year, Devon Self Storage, they have several self storages across the nation, but they're popping up that they have 500 Google reviews. And I'm thinking, how the hell are they doing that? Because they probably don't even have 500 people renting from them at the moment. And so it's trying to compete with those type of people that of corporate companies that are coming in and bringing in their, and this may be a Corey answer, when they're coming in business, and then they're bringing in their storage, they're bringing in their reviews from other places, and it's coming on their Google review, which makes you drop down when it comes to the reviews, and you just want to go over there and slap them because you know they're lying their socks off.
Yeah. Well, look at that. We'll keep moving here, but maybe actually put, if you want to find that one or put the address in, I'd like to look at that too and just see
Okay.
reviews. Go ahead and do that.
I'll put it in the notes.
Jim Mooney, go ahead, man.
Me?
I was just gonna ask, if you're gonna ask one thing, Mary, where are you, where is your location? Sorry, I might have missed that.
So I'm in Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, put it down in chat. And we'll, for these purposes of doing these, we'll try, this is quick. We'll do like 30 seconds. So, Jim, you're up.
Me?
Yes, you.
It's been a whirlwind of a week, Jim. I don't know if you saw Jim Mooney Jr., VP of Ops for Freedom Storage Management. We own and operate 30 plus stores, and we made an announcement last week. We are shifting our stores to a larger third-party company for cost savings. Jim, I put that post on LinkedIn. I had over 13,000 impressions, and my phone is blown up asking where I'm going, and what am I doing next? And the answer to that question is I don't know yet. I'm still part of the team trying to get the transition off, and done a lot of consulting lately. I think that might be my avenue. Had several larger companies reach out to me, wanting to talk to me. So next couple of weeks are going to be very interesting for us.
Well, isn't it nice to be wanted rather than crickets? So
I told my wife it's nice to have options right now and trying to figure out. I said I might want to slow down, and she laughed at me because I won't slow down. So, you know.
That's not you. That's not you. All right. Dan, 30 seconds, man. Dan Dotson, go ahead.
Yeah, we're like I said earlier before we started, we just finished up with season 16 of Storage Wars, and the ratings are doing good, and we're super happy to represent the industry like that. Our storageauctions.net online site is available nationwide, and I'm certainly open to talk to anybody about the best strategies and the best ways to, develop your buyer base for each location. And kind of that's what we're good at, and that's what we do. So I'm always open for a phone call from anybody at any time. Well, not at any time. If it gets past like 2 or 3 in the morning, you might want to wait. Want to wait till the morning. I'll probably be a lot nicer.
All right, cool. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me.
Haley, push off.
Hello, my name is Haley. I'm the manager of Best Home Storage. We're located in Medford, Oregon. We just opened this facility. We're family owned and operated. My dad owns it. I run it. We just opened up in January. This is my first job out of college, so I'm just kind of here to learn the ropes of storage. I would love to, learn everything and eventually, expand the family business name into, maybe other states or just other facilities. So yeah, I'm just kind of here to learn from everybody.
Nice. Where are you at?
I'm in Medford, Oregon.
Oh, nice. I love Oregon.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's kind of smoky right now, though.
Fires.
Yep.
Yeah. We're getting it here in Salt Lake too. It all kind of filters down here and just stays in our valley with the mountains. It's terrible.
Yep.
All right, thanks for joining us. Diana Ratliff.
Hi there. This is my first time here, guys. Jim invited me yesterday. I own Your Friend on the Web, so I don't own a self-storage facility, although we've talked about it. But I've been doing websites, SEO, digital marketing for 26 years. And about a year ago, I was asked to improve the website and the SEO for a local company. I'm in mid-Missouri, and because they wanted to sell it. Well, I did, and it did. And in the meantime, I've been doing some SEO posts and marketing tips and stuff in some of the Facebook groups. I wanted to learn about the industry, and I've had about a dozen clients in the industry in the last year, mostly smaller operators. A lot of them have ESS, very basic sites, and I beef up sites, I write content, I get them ranking, and I'm enjoying this. So I'm learning from all you guys, and I enjoy the people I visited with. So I'll kind of shut up and learn some more from you guys. And again, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, of course. All right, Gene Clemens, give us a 30-second rundown here. You're on mute.
As we know, I'm Gene. Okay, I'm the founder and the chief operating officer of SMS Resources. We are not a vendor to the industry. We actually are a joint venture partner with SiteLink. So anybody who has SiteLink Web Edition and doesn't have the capability of text messaging, we would be a great place to drop a call to.
Nice. How long you been around?
We've been around since 2012.
So I thought, okay, it's been quite a while. Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Jim, I can attest. I use Gene's product and it's phenomenal. So
Perfect. Okay. Get the testimonials going. All right. Who else we got? Rich Klontz.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Rich Klontz. I live in Dallas, Fort Worth, but I do own my son and I own a storage facility in Western North Carolina, which we purchased last year, and looking for more. I'm supposed to be retired, but my son wanted to get in this, so I seem to spend a lot of time on it. So I'm just here to learn from the experts and see what we might be able to use. And I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, of course. That's storage. Try to retire, we drag you back in. That's just how it goes. Corey, give us a 30-second deal here. There you go.
Everybody, I'm Corey Garrett. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. I say my specialty is customer experience. I really help with digital marketing and call center and setting up call centers. And I know that always sounds like two very separate things, but they're so interrelated. One doesn't really work without the other. So that's kind of my specialty. Love doing these meetups, and the marketing ones have been so much fun. Jim, thank you always for inviting me. Those have been great. Yeah, those have been so much fun, and it's just been great to connect with everyone. And if you ever have any questions, always reach out. I'm happy to answer them. And like Jim says, if I don't know, I usually can find you somebody who does. And I think that's what's so great. We have a great collaborative community here. And for me personally, referrals, I love referrals. So I've got some big projects that are winding down, and I'm always looking to help others gain what they need to gain and make those changes and help improve. So always feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to help.
That's great. And I'll make sure, as we're talking here today, I'll put in the chat playlist from past meetups.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that we've done for the marketing are great because, like I said, we get pretty deep. It's awesome. Next up, Richard Rise. How do you say your last name?
Hey, I'm Richard Reyes. I own and operate a few self-storage facilities. I'm based in Florida. Those facilities are in the Southeast, but I do have a question actually. And the first person actually talked about reviews. And my question, and we can answer it later, is we took over a facility late in the year last year, basically the first of the year. It was in horrible shape. And we basically shut down their old Google business, fixed the facility up, had to spend a bunch of money, fix the facility up, throw out a bunch of tenants, had to raise rates substantially. Some even 100%. So as you can tell, the first few months had a lot to do. Obviously, I wasn't asking for reviews the first few months. Had a lot of pissed off tenants that were on their way out and so on. So finally, after everything's said and done, everything's completed, or we opened up the reviews thing. And interestingly enough, at the same time, there's some guy on Facebook, I think he's got a facility or something, and he says, hey, let's help each other. Give us all a 5-star reviews. So I was like, okay, well, I need reviews since I just opened up for reviews. Well, I started getting a bunch of reviews. Then all of a sudden, there were the few days, all those reviews started disappearing. Obviously, they weren't reviews from tenants. There were just reviews at other people around the country. All those reviews started disappearing. I only have one left of those. So I was just kind of wondering, how does Google gauge those reviews, and how does it know that, hey, this guy in Oregon gave this guy in Florida a review? You know, I'm just curious. So I know the other
No, you're
person
fine.
talked about reviews. So
Yeah, as soon as we get to everybody, I got you down. We'll come back to you, and
Mhm.
we got some experts that will hit you on that for sure. So we'll come back to you, I promise. Bob Lyndon, give us a 30-second rundown.
Hi everybody, I'm Bob or Bobby. I'm with Notify. So I work with owner operators to help really take care of their assets. So we're a software company to help track all of your maintenance, do brand standard site audits, take pictures, notes, just so everybody from the ground up can see what's happening at all of your properties and be able to not let things slip through the cracks like maintenance checks or unrentable units that sit for a while to help get them back online.
Cool. And well, I'm thinking about it because I blew Bob off this morning on doing a. We're supposed to have a meeting this morning. I totally spaced it. So I'm gonna start doing this sessions for when we get done after the hour, for the 15 minutes after we're done. Call it like a vendor backstage pass, where the vendor can, whoever wants to stay on, if you're interested, great. Kind of be more of a little group demo of that vendor's services and products. So if you're welcome to stay after 15 minutes after we wrap up, we've got Bob lined up for the first one. So Jamie, go ahead.
Looking forward to it.
Hi, everyone. My name's Jamie Lee. I'm actually with Elevate Structures. I cover the Northeast area. I've been in moving and storage for over 20 years. I've done everything operationally, from running stores, running regions, acquisitions, ground up builds. I ran a remote contact center with 3,500 agents. So anything and everything when it comes to the operations I've come across. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but like many of us, we're such a great community. We're great at connecting people and getting you in touch with the right people for your questions. And I focus on construction now, which has been a fun avenue now, with new construction, conversions, and just be able to pass along my knowledge onto others of, here's ways to create cash flow. Here's how you can kind of get things to pencil that makes sense. And I'm just here to help. And thanks, Jim, for the invite.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, where's your bright glasses?
Yeah, I know sometimes you can't tell who I am if I don't have the glasses on.
That's your trademark, dude. All right. Thanks for joining us, man. Derek Meyer, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? I am Derek Meyer. I live in this great state of Utah, like Jim there. I've got two partners. We're owners and operators of 10 self-storage facilities, 5 here in Utah, a couple in Texas, Kansas, and North Carolina. Right now, what's on my mind and on my plate is I'm replacing 2 managers. So I'm just looking for good managers to replace 2 of my current managers. So happy to be here.
Cool. I wrote that down. That's a good topic too, about hiring process and going through and all that. Because
yes, sir.
It can be a nightmare. All right, cool. Who we got? Keith Wheeler. You're up, but you're on mute. You hear me, Keith? Might be having issues. You're still on mute.
How about now?
There you go. You're good.
Hey, my name's Keith Wheeler. I'm in Springfield, Missouri also. I've got a storage facility down by Table Rock. It's actually in Reed Springs, Missouri. Really what I need right now is not really related to my storage facility itself, but I'm actually hosting an event in Springfield in September that is specifically for storage owners and storage service providers. So if anybody's around Springfield or around Missouri and would like to come, if it's okay, I'll put the link in the chat, and you guys are more than welcome to join us. I've got a couple of vendors that are supplying us drinks, food and entertainment, and there's no agenda. It's just come hang out and talk storage with other storage people.
Nice. So this, but in person. Cool. That works. Yeah, hit me up later on. I'm happy to. We'll brainstorm a little bit on some marketing. Get the people filled up for you. Who we got? I'm gonna butcher your name. Vivek.
You got it. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
wow, look at that.
my name is Vivek Shastri. I live in Southwest Virginia. I don't currently have any storage facilities, but I'm looking to do my first acquisition. So, looking around the Midwest, Southwest, Central U.S., and around like Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia. But I'm just here looking to learn and learn from you all.
Oh, great. Thanks for joining us. Jesse.
Hey, Jim, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jessie Lamb. I've been in the industry for long time. I've been a longtime operator and consultant, and most recently I am a tech girl at heart. So most recently I'm working with Notify to help folks optimize their remote operations and be able to have kind of more visibility and accountability around the physical upkeep of their properties. But mostly, I'm just here to give back to my community. I love this industry. It's been a part of my life for a long time. So I love marketing questions. I love operations questions. I love HR questions. So if anybody, has anything that they're stuck on and they need a hand, I hope I'm going to drop my contact in the chat, and I hope you'll reach out.
Yeah, you just mentioned the word storage, and she gets the smile on her face. You love it.
You can tell I'm a little bit of a storage nerd, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Favorite group of people right here.
Cool. Thanks. All right. Who's up? 30 seconds here for Nafali.
All right. Hi guys. I'm Naftali.
There you go.
You almost had it. You were this close.
I was close. I knew I was
That's all right. That's all right. I am let's see, where do I start? So I've been in storage for about going on 6 years now. I was very fortunate for the last 5 years to work under a great man that passed away last year. His name was Charlie Fritz, which a lot of people recognize the name or know him. In one way or another, Charlie influenced this industry, and I'm happy to have worked with him. Most recently, I just joined the remote operations team at SAM, Storage Asset Management, and I'm loving it. Great team. We're doing great things. I feel very fortunate to be a part of this, of what we're doing here. Aside from that, I do have a videography business where we mainly focus on weddings, but we have branched out into self-storage as of the last 2 years. So all those fancy videos that you see sometimes on LinkedIn or whatnot, YouTube, where drones flying around stuff, that's probably me or one of my guys. So if anybody needs that type of help, I'm here to assist. Anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Nice. Yeah, weddings and self-storage, they're adjacent, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's easy. Yeah, I remember Charlie. He was great. When I did my first self-storage online summit, I think I did it during COVID, reached out to Charlie, and he was just like, dude, I'll do it. I don't know what a Zoom is, but okay. So sat down, I walked him through all of the tech stuff, and he did great. So yeah,
awesome.
Charlie.
Jim, Charlie was the bomb. He was one of the best guys I ever met. I got the pleasure of speaking in the Nessa show a couple years ago, and he walked up to me. I thought we had a brief conversation. Like an hour later, we're still chatting storage. Just one of the best guys to know.
Nice.
Absolutely.
All right, Eddie, 30 seconds.
There we go. Hi, I'm Eddie, and this is Aiden. We're with Elite Storage in Lafayette, Colorado, just outside of Boulder. I've been in the industry about 5 years here at this beautiful facility that we're at. Aiden's been with us for about 5 months and learning the industry. I love being a property manager in this industry, working with the folks and just taking care of the facility. It's kind of my niche.
Yeah, Eddie's had the best of both worlds. He's gone from like the ghetto storage site to now like the Happy Valley awesome locations.
It really has been. I was out in Aurora for about 4 years, and the rumors of Aurora are exaggerated, but the storage industry part is not. So this has definitely been like being at the Hilton.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
Brad Perry, 30 seconds. You're up.
Absolutely. You don't.
Hi, I'm Brad Perry. I'm the owner of Pro Steel Buildings LLC, a builder primarily focused on self-storage, based out of Wilmington, North Carolina. We've been around since 2018. And when I saw this request, I was like, that's fantastic. I would love to know these wonderful professionals. So I wanted to reach out and drop my email, and you can follow us on LinkedIn. Love for you folks to see the work we've been able to do and help a lot of mom and pops, and also some design build stuff. We do a lot of hard bid too these days, which is growing. But thankful to be a part of this. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining us. Robert.
Hey, Jim, how you doing today, Jim? It's good to see you. Good to see everybody on the call. I've been trying to get on. My name is Robert Munster. I'm the EVP of Sales and Business Development with Prime Storage. We are one of the largest privately owned self-storage companies in America. We're continuing to grow. I have been in the business since 2008. Spent a majority of my career in Manhattan, New York City with Manhattan Mini Storage. After that company was sold. So I've been on the Prime team for the last 3.5 years. It's been an amazing experience. And like everyone else here, enthusiastic about the storage industry. It's great, you know, when you go to a cocktail party and you stand around, when you mention the word self-storage, a lot of people, you hear crickets, and they don't necessarily know what we do on a daily basis. So it's great to be in a room with everyone else who's as enthusiastic and into the business as the rest of you. So it's awesome to be here.
Great. Thanks for joining us, man. Brian. You're up.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm just waiting for it to come around. Sorry. Brian Vandermeulen, based out of Phoenix, Arizona. I've owned and operated and developed storage before. Don't have anything currently. Looking for more opportunities. Had them in South Carolina. Did one in Phoenix, and brokered real estate by trade. And that's me.
Nice.
Been in real estate since 2004. So
2001. So you were there during the fun years, huh?
Well, I had houses, then I realized that didn't work so well. When I did my first commercial building, I'm like, that was so much easier. So then I got into storage after that. So
Yeah,
way
bet.
better.
Jump on in storage. No, thanks. Bob, go ahead.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, it's Bob Zanuzzi, based in Villanova, Pennsylvania. I was a investment manager for 30 years and ran a real estate dedicated fund, and initially bought the storage REITs. Actually bought Public Storage back in the mid-90s and held it to the day I retired in 2020. Storage is a great business. Those REITs outperformed all other asset classes. And so once I retired, I finally bought my first storage facility last year in New Hampshire, about a year ago. And next week I'm closing on my second one, just a mile down the road from there. So very excited and looking for more storage opportunities.
Nice. I have a few owners I deal with that have bought in facilities within like a mile or two of their existing facility.
Yep.
And it kills.
Yeah.
It's worked each time. So that's
Looking
great.
forward to that.
Alex. If you're able to, looks like you're walking around. If you're able to go off. There you go.
Yeah, my name's Alex Casada. I'm based out of Orlando, Florida. Owner operator. I've acquired 17 properties. 13 have been with seller financing. We have 2 more under contract. 60,000 square foot facility in Jacksonville, and a Class A boat storage that just got built in Florida also. And so my question would be like, how best to market to strictly boat owners of a Class A facility that's like completely unique and nothing like it in the market?
That's a great question, because I've been getting asked that more frequently. And I honestly, I just deal with storage. So I'm like, I'm not quite sure. But we'll find someone here that will, yeah, seriously, because I've been getting asked that more and more. We got 2 pages worth of people here. Let me go to the next page here. Who else we got? Who did I miss? Oh, Eva, there you are. Eva, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eva. I've been doing marketing for about 15 years. I've been doing it for the storage industry for 10 years now. Once I fell into it, I never decided to leave. I've absolutely fallen in love with the industry and the people. And on top of that, the fact that it was in dire need of help in terms of that connection between marketing and your bottom line, your ROI, and all of those things. So I was really happy to kind of jump in, and that's been what I've been doing for the past 10 years. I started off at a property management company where we only dealt with storage, and then I went from that to a technology web stack company where we did a lot of other stuff there. Corey can vouch for me there. We worked together for about 4 years. And then I moved on from that to my own business. I own Beacon Ave Marketing now, and I do marketing for solely the storage industry. So if you have any questions, my biggest thing is always just education. I'm always happy to educate people. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out.
Perfect. And again, you guys feel free to put your contact info, what you do in the chat as well, because as we're going through this, got questions, want to reach out to them, please feel free to put your information there. Kevin Summers.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, so professionally, I work as a software engineer that has nothing to do with storage, but about 4 months ago, I purchased a piece of land and just recently got through the rezoning process, getting it rezoned to light industrial, which is what we need in Indiana for self-storage. I hired somebody for a feasibility study recently, and I'm getting engaged with a local engineer to kind of get things moving on it. But my end goal, assuming the numbers make sense, is to open up a Class A storage facility for boat and RV, as well as some portion allocated for larger self-storage units. So I'm mostly here just to learn, listen, and network, and possibly get a mentor. So
Perfect. Yeah, put it in chat too. Jennifer, if you don't mind, give us a 30-second rundown here.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bowman. I am with Right Move Storage. We do third-party management, and we are I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, but we are based out of Houston, and we have probably right now 80 facilities all throughout the United States, with the bulk of them being in the Texas area.
What was the name of the company? I missed that.
Right Move Storage.
Right Move. Oh, nice. Okay, I know Right Move. Thanks for joining us. Anthony, what's up, man?
How's it going, everybody?
Thanks for joining.
Do a quick introduction. Anthony Krupa here. My tagline to say I was born and raised in the REITs, where I started off at Extra Space as system manager, worked my way up to a district team lead. Bought a facility, went full cycle, sold that one last November. And during that tenure, during last year, I also picked up operations manager for Your Way Storage, where I currently am. We have 4 facilities throughout the United States, 2 more in development, and so I oversee our operations on for Your Way. With that, who's next, Jim?
Let's go for Pamela Shepard.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is a highlight of my day. I'm
sorry.
I work with Dave Reed at Coast Property Management, and I'm located in Cedar Woolley, Washington, which is about 90 minutes north of Seattle. I primarily work out of Skagit Self Storage, which is a 750 unit facility here. And I'm just here to get ideas, marketing, hiring. I agree with the gentleman who was talking about staffing. It's a big issue for us right now. So
we'll revisit that for sure.
Thank you.
Tony, you able to jump on for 30 seconds?
Yes, I'm glad to join this group. I'm really enthusiastic folks, so I just love it. I am in some other groups and I'm in a mastermind, but the enthusiasm is really boiling over in this one, so I'll definitely be back. I'm aggressively looking for facilities in the Northeast and Southeast, so always willing to partner, looking for things 1995 and newer. But I'm glad to be here. And just like Jesse, when you talk about storage, it brings a smile to my face. So always willing to chat. Thanks, Jim. Glad to meet you.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, man. Mandy.
Hi there, my name's Mandy Monson, and I'm based out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and I own storage facilities in the Midwest under the brand Store 365 and Guardian 44 Storage. So we have facilities in Toledo, Ohio, Grand Ledge, Michigan, and Rolla, Missouri, and I'm excited to be in this group. We actually work with Corey, and so Corey said you guys have a meetup, and so wanted to come check it out. And I just love networking and meeting other storage owners and experts in the industry so that we can continue to get better on operating our portfolio and then growing our portfolio through acquisitions.
That's great. Well, thanks for joining us. So
Yeah.
Corey did a good job. See, invited somebody. That's what we want. That's awesome. All right. Sean.
Hello, Sean Garrett. I own a facility in rural Illinois. Last week was my first call, and I appreciate learning about Sparefoot and also just texting people after they call you, text them the website. Seemed like a no-brainer. Had not been doing, so I appreciate that advice. Currently looking to develop my second facility. Have a market picked out. I just curious about other people's experience determining whether there's a market need. All the facilities seem sold out, so it seems like there's demand for additional facility. But I keep reading that there's only 5 square feet of self-storage per person in this country. But then I look at the market where I live and these other markets, and I'm seeing there's about 15 square feet per person. So I'm confused if I'm getting it wrong or what. But if anyone has any tricks for determining market demand, I'd love to hear it for a new facility.
Cool. Yeah, put that question in chat too. People can reach out for you on that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sydney, there you are.
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if someone said Sydney or if there was another one on here because sometimes there's a couple.
No,
Yeah, I'm super excited. I told Jim that eventually I would make it to one of these things, and I finally did. I finally had a morning open. So I'm Sydney Wilda. I am with the storage manager, and so we do remote and hybrid management and operations across the country. And I'm just here to network and learn and see what's going on with everyone else. It's really exciting.
Perfect. Thank you. Ed, you able to jump on for 30 seconds? You're on mute, dude. Got unmute. Sorry. Unmute. He's in the zone. You got to unmute. One more time. We'll come back to you if I have to. And now he's frozen. All right. Sorry, Ed. Well, I think I got one more. I think we got everybody. All right. Anyway, thanks for doing that, guys. Again, I try not to do it every single time because I know it eats up the entire hour. But I think it's important at least every other month to do these, just so we can kind of get a little more background on who's showing up to these events, hearing a little more background of what's going on. So thanks for doing that. Hopefully you understood why we do this. I know it kind of eats in the time, but I think it's important just not just to be a face in the crowd, but kind of go and tell us what's going on in your life and what's going on in your storage world. Before I jump in, anybody specific you want to jump on a certain question they got hit on? And again, we got 15 minutes. So again, sorry. Next time we'll go much more free flow Q&As. And after the top of the hour, we're gonna have Bobby from Notify do his 15-minute little backstage pass on Notify. So anyone specific want to hit on? Otherwise, I'll hit on one of these questions that got brought up.
Jim, why don't you tackle that one square foot per market? Because that's an interesting topic, because it's not just that number. There's a lot of factors that play into that besides that number.
Yeah, go ahead. Want to hit on it?
Well, I mean, we've had stores, we've had 10 to 15 square foot per person, and we've done extremely well in that market because, depending on, who's in there competition wise, plus a lot of times we look at the demographics on the trends of people moving in and moving out of the area to see what's happening. If you got an area that's growing in population, I'd be okay with that. You have to really look at that. Also look at the median income to see what they can afford. I mean, there's a lot of factors that, and I mean, Eva and you can probably chime on that as well. From a marketing perspective, when you're looking at that, you know, what does that do for you when you're looking at those numbers?
But I always go back to, I mean, just nothing's cookie cutter, I swear. I mean, there's best practices and, you know, guidelines and things like that, but each market is so individual. I mean, here, give me 30 seconds. Let me show you this. I'll kind of visualize it here for you.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
another
had
point
this,
why you pull that up, Jim, is whether you're climate controlled or non-climate. If you're in a market that's saturated, but you're the only climate controlled, that plays a key factor too.
yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. Like I have this one here in Salt Lake. This is a tracked IQ little thing here. In 3 miles, I got 58 competitors. Going on 2 miles, it's like 20 something. Yeah, 22. So I pretty much have a 1 mile market. In that 1 mile market, I think it's like 8 or 9. Yeah, I got 8. So then I go like, you know, Google Business Profile and I'm like, hey, you guys ever use these things? They're heat maps. Really fun. I know the marketers know what this is like the back of their hand, but I'll put it in chat. If anybody wants me to run one of these for your site, just let me know. I'll put my email on there. I'll run these for you. That's fun.
And while you're looking, can I offer my 2 cents for 2 seconds? When I did one in Phoenix, had 6 facilities, 3 each direction, and people are like, "Why are you doing that there?" Because if you can go to a market and look at what's their quality, what's their access, what is the client look going to be? You know, we just built a better mousetrap, and so it filled up within less than 18 months.
Yeah.
A rarity, you know, technically marketing wise. But when someone comes by and says, "Why would you put it there?" Well, here's why. All these other ones suck because of this or that. Customer service is terrible. They're aging. Here's this one has better access. It's closer to all the shopping where people are going to go anyway. To me, I look like you said, a 1 mile market. I don't care how busy the town is. I'll go look at can I perform in that 1, 3, 5 mile radius and outperform the other people by a better quality product and better
Yeah.
customer service.
Yeah, and fill a different niche. Like this one here, we have the biggest size units out of everybody. And we're small, we're 213 units, but in that market, it's crazy. But we offer that, you know, bigger size units, different kind of niche, and we fill up. So we just focus on that 1 mile, you know, click on
I
that.
designed it with 100,000 square feet, and they added a 20,000 square foot building after they closed on it with us. So it's now almost 900 units
Man.
because of the demand.
Any other developers want to put in their 2 cents here?
Some markets have stronger per capita consumption, so that's an important factor when you're looking at saturation. So I am currently shopping for my first facility, but I've done lots of acquisitions for other people. made them money. I think, you know, for example, Ohio consumes 11 square feet per capita, which is very high, and you'll find in areas with a high density of German immigrants, culturally hold on to heirlooms a lot longer. So they're great storage customers. So it really depends on the area and what the consumer is, you know, what product might be missing. Like Jim called out the larger units, and you know, maybe it's climate control, maybe it's drive up. I had a really interesting market in Conroe or Montgomery County, right by Lake Conroe, where the market saturation is off the charts. You would never think to build there for RV storage because the per capita is so high, but it's a very affluent area. And a lot of people vacation there and don't live there and leave their boats and RVs there. So you can't take that number at face value, where it's showing 29 square feet per capita, which would give an underwriter a heart attack, right? But every single one of them has a waiting list. So, you know, people reposition their boats from all over the country. So that's my two cents.
Jesse, our best property ever had a 52 square foot per person number in Palace Point, which is the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And I said, why are we buying this thing? And we sold it a year and a half later and tripled our money on it.
Yeah, I really like, if you're in touch with what the consumer wants in your particular market, I mean, you can print money. So but just don't go in blind. That's my.
Great. And
it's sometimes like the numbers are, it's almost like a safety rail to start with, but then it goes back to, like Jim said, you got to go into all the other factors and really understanding the market and what its needs are. But it's a guideline is how I've always approached it.
True.
Well, and it's one of those things that you have to trust but verify on your own. So just because it says something in your market study doesn't mean you shouldn't call the facilities that are close by, doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to other business owners in the area. It's still very, very much verifiable. So go in, talk to people. Like, you're going to be in this area. You want to connect with your tenants anyway, so they want to come to you because you are the only thing that sets your facility apart. I mean, 3 walls and a door, that's all it is. So you want to just make sure that you're doing your own due diligence.
Perfect. And we're gonna be kind of going through these quick for the time wise. Hey, I gotta say a question here. Haley, rather than me reading it, go ahead and just jump in. What was your question?
Yeah, I was just curious, like you're talking about like all these opportunities and like facilities filling up. Our facility we opened up in January, so we've been open for about 7 months and we're at about 37% capacity. And I was just curious if that's like a normal rate for it to fill up and like, what's the average, like, if we're on track, if we're ahead, if we're behind. Just kind of curious to hear what you guys have to say.
37% of what? How many units do you have?
We have 269.
That's not a bad clip, honestly. From when he just opened up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
to me that feels right on track.
Okay.
Honestly.
Haley, what's your closing percentage on your leads? I mean, that's another question. The leads, how many leads are you getting? What's your closing percentage? That's going to be a factor too.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we need to work on is tracking our leads a little bit more accurately. But yeah, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 25% of them or less. Yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to try to also eventually is the best like way to track leads as like a small facility. Like I'm the manager and the marketing person and the accounting person, so I'm doing a little bit of everything and trying to figure out the best practices.
I commented on you there. If you want to chat offline, I can definitely help or point you in the right direction with Eva or Corey or one of the marketing people or Jesse that can help you make sure you're getting the right bang for the buck with what you're doing. So
okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
And now is your time, because once winter, I hate to even say winter time. I can't believe it's almost coming around, but spring and summer, those are your months. So if you don't have your marketing dialed in now, once winter hits, it's almost like a net. You lose 5, you gain 5. This is it's a net zero game. So right now is your marketing opportunity. So definitely take them up on that.
Hey Jim, could I say one point to that? I know I'm new here, but I have built a lot of facilities for a lot of small business owners, smaller mom and pops, 50,000 square foot and less over the years. And your rate sounds just what Jim said. It's almost exactly where it should be. I know so many small business owners are first facility owners, and they're good friends of mine, and that's where they are after that amount of time.
Especially opening in January.
That's incredible, actually.
January and February are pretty rough. So
absolutely,
I imagine it started picking up in March, and you're at 37%, less than 4 months later. I think that's.
And I'd venture to say the majority of that's been since May, I bet.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
I was gonna say we have our location Columbia, South Carolina opened up in December, and we've been doing about 3%, roughly about 3% a month in square foot occupancy. So
perfect. Yeah, I want to.
And that's even with the delay of SEO, but now we smile like Eva and Corey. I know you guys are awesome. So
that's perfect.
Helping us
hit
out.
on Richard real quick. We're kind of bouncing around here, but about the reviews. Are you still on here? I'm looking for you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. So I know we kind of brushed by it earlier, but so you got basically they were fake reviews.
What was that?
Basically, yeah, I'd say they're fake reviews, and that's the thing. We don't, Eva, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Google can't place that phone or that account within proximity of that property, it's going to flag it. If you're getting a lot of them in a row, that's why. I mean, you see a lot of people saying that, but
Yeah.
even with us, I tell people all the time: if you're not on property or you've not been there, and Google can't place you there, don't do it because it's only going to hurt you down the road.
So there's caveats to that. So one, it's going to flag somebody who does that consistently. Like say they go to several self-storage facilities and they do the same thing and they're not in any of those areas. But there's been times where I've done that I've actually rented for my parents and I actually put a review on the facility in South Carolina, but I mentioned that I was in California specifically so that it wouldn't flag me and that I rented it for my parents. And it stayed, that review stays there and won't go away. So there's ways to kind of circumvent it within the content of it, but you can't really tell your client to do that. But yeah, it will flag you based off of IP if you've never been there and you just put a 5-star review.
Well, and then if you're doing a whole bunch of reviews for a whole bunch of different storage companies in all different areas, that'll flag you too. All day, every day.
Yeah. Those review farms will get you banned in 2 seconds. So yeah. All right.
You got a lot of customers
Yeah,
in house, so yeah.
I would say for Bob, I think it was Bob, right, who was redoing his property or had to do all of the, like he had to close his Google business and then reopen it. Just say you're under new management. Put it everywhere, like that you're under new management and you would love a review of what you've done to change the facility so people can understand that you're a new facility management. Because you're still going to have customers and your current demographic people around you are still going to remember what the facility was like previous to that. And if they've interacted with it, they'll remember that. But if you state or call out to new management, they'll give you a second chance. I'm actually dealing with that right now with one of my clients.
So you recommend
Shout out,
if
Jess.
it's kind of just not saying it's a train wreck, but if you have a site that's just terrible at Google Business and just starting clean slate and just say it's under new management and
Yep.
go.
Like some of the reviews under this one are absolutely horrible. And I just told them go back. They came in the last 3 months. They hadn't been replied to. So I said, go back into those reviews. Tell those people you've taken over new management. You're taking care of those items, and you would love for them to come back to your facility and give you guys a second chance. So it's a way to actually re-invite people who've had a bad taste in their mouth with the previous owners or management back into your facility as well. And it's a new pipeline for leads. So never hurts.
And also just another selfish request here, put in chat in the last 2 minutes here for next time, in 2 weeks when we do this again, just so we can go through any questions, any topics you want to make sure that we hit, rather than me just going, so what's new? That would be great. That way we can, I try to pack in as much as we can in an hour, and 9 times out of 10 we really do. So anything like you got that ideas, put it in chat there. Ed, I feel bad. You froze. I don't want to make sure we skip you. Go back. Give us your 30-second introduction, Ed. Here.
Okay.
And then I can hear you now.
Yeah, we've been in the storage business since 2015 in Idaho, Livermore, California, and we just started this job here this past October in the small little city of Penn Valley. We have over 560 units and we're about 95% capacity right now. And I really like that map that you showed, that heat map. I want to see what it looks like compared to the other storage facilities here.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, again, it's a free tool. I just have to know where you're at. I put my email in chat. So
Yeah, I got that, and
cool. Just email it to me and I'll get it back to you the same day.
Awesome. Thanks.
It's fun. It's a nice visual. I really
it is.
I like it. Again, all the marketing nerds know exactly what I'm talking about because it's
right.
It's nice to show that off. Right. A few more minutes.
Did you take your picture yet?
Stop giving away our tools for free, Jim. I'm just kidding.
I give everything away for free. That's a problem. People ask sometimes, like, why do you do this? Like, I don't know. It's just fun, isn't it? This is cool having everyone together like this, and it all trickles down, guys. I mean, it's we've talked about this before. That kind of the trying to help people, 2 degrees of separation. That we can help you, or we know someone else that can help.
Eva, I'll chime on that. Just because we tell them what tools to use doesn't mean they can use it as well as we can.
I like that.
I feel like it's your guys' marketing tactic. That's how you guys get them to call you. I see you. I see you.
It's true.
Oh,
I mean, I do it too. I can't lie.
Those of us that are not tech savvy look at one site and go, holy crap, I can't do this. I need professional help in more ways than one.
I want to be mindful of everyone's time. So we're going to do a selfie. If you haven't been on here before, I always like to take a group selfie with everybody so we can document this. Then I post it and give everyone FOMO for not being here so they can come next time. And then again, whoever wants to stick around for the last 15 minutes, or we're going to do a little backstage pass with Notify. He's going to give us a demo of what it's all about. So first up, cameras on, smiling faces. We're going to do the selfie on the count of 3. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And I have to do one more because we have too many people here. I got 2 screens going on. So we're going to do one more. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right. It's top of the hour. We do this every 2 weeks, every other week. And then we sprinkle in at least once a month. We do a storage marketing meetup. So it's just usually me and 2 other people. Last few times it's been Corey, and we've had Eva, we've had Jim on, and we just dive deep on some marketing topics. But if you're on the list, you'll know about it. I make sure I notify everybody. So with that, Bobby, you still here?
I'm still here.
All right, I'm going to spotlight you. The show is yours. All right.
Cool.
Cool. Let me find you there. Sorry, you keep bouncing around because some people are jumping off. Where are you?
Oh, nice.
I got too many people. Dun, dun, dun.
A packed house. Sold out show today.
It's fun. There you are. Cool.
Oh, here I am.
All right. 15 minutes, man. Take it away.
Cool. Well, again, Jim, thanks for giving me this opportunity. This is awesome. So really with Notify, the main idea and where folks get value from us is being able to use software to your advantage to do what you do best, which is take care of your facility, your most important asset. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do that, obviously. And where folks use Notify is from the ground up. So whether it's a boots in the ground 1099 contractor, a regional manager, district manager that are overseeing your sites, you're able to track what's going on at your property and take action on it when you need to follow up on things. So whether it's preventative maintenance like HVAC filter changes, golf cart battery checks, lubricating your gates, that sort of stuff, that gets put on a routine schedule that automatically gets sent to your folks who are taking care of that. If it's also looping in your vendors like pest control or landscaping or anything like that, that also gets put in on a routine schedule and lets your vendor know and your again, boots in the ground managers know that what's being done is tracked and logged so that you can come back and say, hey, this HVAC broke down, didn't we work on it? Looks like we maybe forgot a filter change or anything like that. So that's like the maintenance side of things. And then there's also the daily checklists, which could be either a brand standard site audit or a unit walkthrough. So using a mobile app to walk your properties, to check your units, make your status. What's matching on the ground is matching what's in your PMS. So we do integrate with TMS, so Storage, SiteLink, all the other great vendors that are out there to sync your unit status. So when you're walking, instead of maybe printing out a rent roll and doing it on pen and paper, you can do it through the mobile app and change that status of a unit. So if you find one that might be unrentable and you actually cleaned it out, it's ready to rent, you can change that in and get that back online as soon as possible. And being able to attach pictures, add notes, and take follow-up action. Maybe if something is unrentable, let's take action on that and make sure we get it back to being rentable as soon as possible. I can definitely go in and show, do a demo here, but I guess maybe I'll open it up before going in. Does anyone have any questions, or hopefully that made sense? But I can open it up to see if anybody had any thoughts right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely.
I can tell you from a Rightmove storage perspective, we are implementing Notify across our entire portfolio. Darren Kelly, the president of Rightmove, will say, hands down, one of the best decisions we have probably made vendor-wise in a very long time. Their setup, their onboarding, everything was done to the nines, seamless. All of our managers caught on really fast, really well. We have a big announcement to come. Rightmove does, probably towards more beginning of August, where Notify will be definitely prominent in there. And if anybody just wants testimonials on them of, how they like the setup or whatever, reach out to me, because I will sing Notify's praises all day long. It's a fabulous product. On top of all the staff is pretty great too, but their product in general is bar none.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Feel the
Bobby,
same
you
way.
can pay
Feeling
me
is
later.
mutual.
No, that's great. Yeah, you show a little so we can kind of visualize what you're talking about here.
Yeah, for sure. So I can hop in and I think a good place to start is always having a bird's eye view of maybe as a regional manager or district manager or anybody that is viewing a lot of properties and just wants to see like, hey, what work do we have at our properties and where can we start taking some action here? So this is our insight dashboard where you'll be able to see, what is going on at all of our properties and where can I make sure we get some, this work taken care of. So if you see a lot of blue, that means there's a lot of work out there. So you can see at ANA Self Storage, we have 17 tickets open and they're all overdue. So I can come into ANA, I can click on it, and from this view, I can see all of my tickets that are happening. So it looks right up top. We have this gate that needs repair, and I can click into it and I can say, okay, this gate is in functioning property. It won't open. It's assigned to my facilities team, and specifically it's assigned to Connor. This is overdue, so I can come in and say, chat, and it looks like I've already done this a couple times, but hey, Connor, what's up with this one? Why isn't this getting done? And be able to, eventually maybe get to this so we can close it out and fix this gate, attach pictures, attach notes, so that when there's work that's overdue at your properties, you can have one central spot to, one, know what's happening, and two, take action on it and communicate with your team without having to maybe also email or send a text or go to the physical property itself to get that work done. So that's really more like the maintenance side of things. There's also like a calendar view. So like I was talking about the routine kind of maintenance checks, which it's whether it's HVAC filters, if it's an elevator check, a golf cart battery check, you'll have this calendar view. So you can, your team can log in and say, hey, what do I have to do today? It's the 18th. It looks like we have this preventative maintenance task. And I can assign it out to a specific person on my team so that they take care of it. Another area where folks really utilize is being able to utilize us for daily checklists. So works really well in the remote model and also hub and spoke and manned properties as well. But when you have a boots in the ground or anybody coming on site, having a checklist and daily direction has really helped a lot of folks be able to get things done at their property. And it's a part of our accountability, consistency, and efficiency that we provide. So here's an example of a BOG daily checklist that a person can come in, scan a QR code, and have this pop up for them so they get things done. So these are custom. So in this we have, make sure you check your locks, inspect the vacant units are clean and ready to rent, check the fencing, the gates, the entry systems, all these different things can be put up as a pass fail, just check that you get it done. And so when it does get done, the regional manager, district, or any above can pop in and say, hey, like, what is happening at my property and how can I see what's happening? So from this view right here, we have a site visit checklist that has 11 things that needed to be done. And you can see here that in one, monitoring and maintaining the cameras and lighting, it looks like actually one of these lights was broken. So Emma was able to snap a picture, and not only snap a picture and note that it got done, but how do we follow up on it and make sure that that light gets fixed as soon as possible? So we can create a follow-up maintenance ticket that we can see in this report here. So there's a ticket that, hey, like, you know, this light is broken. Stacy needs to maybe connect with a vendor or connect to anything. And within this view, we can communicate itself. So from here, we see like, hey, handyman is scheduled for Friday. The handyman came in. Here's his quote that we're keeping in here, and communicating that, hey, this is done. And now the light is fixed and it's closed out. So we can kind of just track what's happening at all of our properties. I'll pause there. Does anybody have any questions on the maintenance or the site audit piece that may be found interesting or need more clarity on?
I have a question before anybody else before I jump in. Speak now. 3, 2, 1. Okay. When it comes to like for the softwares, for linking up compatibility, how does that work?
Yeah. So, and I can get into that part next. So this is the pieces here are just the maintenance and like site audit piece, but we do integrate with like storage, SiteLink, Hummingbird, all the tools out there, so that you can download your unit information and do a walkthrough on the mobile app. So when you're walking your properties, your rent roll, instead of being printed out, is going to be done on paper or on the mobile app. And I can share my phone screen
So
and let me know
very
if you guys.
soon, very soon we'll have SSM, and we just need a Covey customer to help us strong arm Covey to get it to work with us.
To sync with that as well.
Yeah, they're not outside in, they're only inside out.
That's right. Exactly.
You gotta have them.
Any
You gotta have a
any
man.
Covey
You
guys
gotta
out
have
there?
an in. Yeah, you gotta have a man on the inside.
Exactly. So when you integrate with these PMS tools, the rent roll comes in on the mobile app. That when you're boots on the ground, manager, regional manager, whoever is doing these walkthroughs, has the rent roll here, and so you can start matching what you're seeing on the floor into the app, which then will sync to your PMS. So when you complete this, your rent roll will be uploaded back into your PMS, and anything that might be vacant or needs, like there's a discrepancy report will be created, and you can start taking action on your units. So you can come through and let's say, hey, this is occupied, but actually the person moved out, the gate's broken, it's unrentable. I can come in here and I can just note and then you can get on with your day and keep on going through. Did that answer your question, Jim, on what the PMS sync looks like?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
cool.
great. So yeah, we got just a couple minutes left. Try to keep these under about 15 minutes. So any other questions? Otherwise, you can give your call to action or whatever else you want to go over.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say, in general, there's a lot of things that Notify can cover, because there's a lot of things that happen, day-to-day operations within a day at a self-storage facility. And the main value add is being able to see what's happening on the ground, have direction in terms of being able to, I know what my team needs to accomplish, and take pictures and add notes and complete maintenance follow-ups. So nothing slips through the cracks, and you extend your asset life and keep your facilities in better condition to get better Google reviews, like we were talking about earlier. A cleaner facility makes happier tenants, which will, bring people back.
That's great. Do you want to address pricing, or just want to do that with that people to reach out to you?
I had a really quick
Sure.
question. Really quick.
Sure.
I might have missed it because I kind of stepped away to make my coffee, so I apologize if you said this. But do you do like an AI overview for like the month at the end of the month of all of the things that went down to kind of give like a feel of what happened to your facility?
It's a great question. That is something that we are implementing and coming soon is putting a good amount of AI into it. So yes, there will be AI overviews of and like scoring of audits. Like, hey, your property at this month got a 90 out of 100. There were 3 areas that failed that need maintenance follow-ups, stuff like that.
Amazing. That's going to be awesome. That's
Yeah.
where I think people always wait for that overview and then they're like, oh, I gotta go do the things. So that's going to be where people are going to come back to it.
But we already have some really great reporting around, that's very customizable around, what if you had HVAC issues across your portfolio, or, how many times you like had service calls for gate operators or things like that, things that I would have killed to have more visibility into. Not killed, I wouldn't kill anyone. When I am known to be ruthless. So
yeah, I was thinking like on like, so there's the boots on the ground and the managers, right? They always get those notifications and they'll be able to see that. And then I'm always thinking about like the directors, like the director, the DMs that are in the areas, they're not going to generally see that. That's why I was looking for the AI overview. So it gives them, because when I was doing property management, that would have been so helpful to just hand, because I would do all of the phone calls to be able to hand them like, oh, also these are the things that haven't been done at the property at the end of the month. That's the only reason I asked. But everything you guys have is so amazing for the on the ground, or even anybody who's really technical and wants to get into everything for their facility.
Yeah, and I can kind of show here
Sorry,
what
for
we
the
have coming.
director level, I feel like we have got a great platform for director level insights into what's happening across the portfolio and on the ground. So we do have the AI summary coming, but what's already in there is really rad. So it's yeah.
Great.
Right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your thing.
Not at all. That's right. That is what's coming. Some is here, some is not. We also will have AI in terms of just speaking into your phone. Hey, I'm at this unit. This lock is broken. I need to connect with my, or this gate is broken. I need to connect with my gate vendor, create a maintenance ticket, and send the ticket to the vendor. And then that will just kind of work its way through.
Did you want to address pricing, or just have people reach out to you? What's best?
Sure, definitely reach out to me. My email is bob@notify.com. I can reshare it. But by pricing, obviously we're a per site basis, so the more sites you have, the more tiered, lower per site you get. But really, it can range anywhere between like 50, 60 to about $100, $110 per site, depending on integrations and tiers and kind of what you're looking for.
It's very reasonable. Yeah, put it in chat. And let us know what it is as well. What's your email?
Perfect. That's it. It's hopefully as simple, and it's notify spelled the wrong way. So NODAFI.
You had
it's
to
a
get
fun way to spell
it. Exactly.
That's perfect. All right. Thanks for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for everyone for hanging out for an extra 15 minutes. I think we're going to start doing this kind of after the meetups for 15 minutes. We'll kind of shuffle through different vendors. So anyone that's on here, reach out to me. We'll do it. So, all right. Thanks so much, guys. See you in a couple weeks. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys.